Hi everyone, in this video I will try to show you how to make a dynamic list with an official register. First we have to find the official register. MPI.govt.nz, and then food safety register, registers and list. This will take us to the register that we are looking for. Maintenance compounds, not dairy, non-dairy register. So if we click on this one, and scroll down to the end, we copy the link address for the export result to CSV. And this is the register, the full list of the register, and there is a search for searching compounds or company. So we copied. This is to, then we open the Excel sheet to create a query. Before we create the query, just make sure that you have the Power Pivot tab activated in your computer or your Excel. If it is not, then you have to go to File, Options, Add-ins, and select compounds, and then go. You will see Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. You need to select this one to get this tab in your ribbon. So, okay. Now, back to create a web query. So, we go to data and we click on this one, which is from web, import data from a web page. So we click on this one. Paste the address for the CSV file and click OK. This it gives us the document structure, and you can see the company name is not in the header, so we need to transform data. To get the header to the right position, we click on this button, use first row as headers. This, it will move the headers to the correct position. Now you can see that the list starts with company name and company address. I will move this one to the last of the list. Because I prefer the product description is the first, and then I move the other column, which is the company address, also to the end. Now we got the date. We it's up to you if you want to change the format into date. Now the table is ready to be downloaded into an Excel sheet. To download it, we go close and load to, and then we load it as a table and existing, and the location, give a space to create some slicers. So I need to download it into this spot, and I need to add this data to the data model. So click OK. Now we have the whole list of the CSV file imported into the Excel, and you can see the number of the compound, 3,826 compound. Now with this space, as I mentioned, we can create slicers to make search easy. Insert slicer. So it's up to you which slicer you need to create, or which product description, code, company name, maybe. Yeah. So now we select them all, Control A, and we resize them. You can see the name of the is, so we need to increase the weight now, and now we need to decrease the height. Now we click outside to ungroup them, and we move them to here, here, and this is the other one, the fourth one, and now we can align them. By going to slicer, click on slicer, align to the top, and distribute horizontally. So now we got 4 slicers that we can use it to select a product. Now we need to fix these slicers by right click, size and the properties, and then click on disable resizing. Now you cannot move any of these, and you cannot change any of these slicer. So just to show you how the slicer works, just click one, so it bring you the compound that you need. To clear the filter, you just click on the red cross, and if you are interested in acidic cleaner, by clicking this it will bring you all the acidic cleaner. Then you can see all these buttons are active. For example, we need to select the 32, you see 32, so there are 2 of these compound. We may select one of these and put it in a register. So this name of the type, we change it to all approved compound. Now we create another tab for the chemical register. To create chemical register, we go back to here and we take the headers, copy and paste in here. Always use values, and then we try to get rid of this one, we don't need it. convert into table, insert table. Now we got table format. Now we selected a compound or two compounds. We may Control C and we paste them into here. So now we got a chemical register with two items in it. Now, after few months, we need to see whether these compounds are still exist. So we change the name into a checker. We need a checker to check for us whether these chemicals are still stayed the same. So to get that, we have to create another query based on this table. So we go data from table, this time from table or range. Now we are interested only with this column. We are not interested with other one. So we select this one. This one, make sure you select remove duplicates. Once you did that, then you remove other column because we need only this column. Now download, close and download, and table existing, which is what I wanted to be in here. And also I need to add it into the add this data to the data model. So we need to click on this one. Now we go to this one. So this one is connected to the chemical register. Now result of the checker. Now to create the checker, we need another thing to do is to create a pivot table based on the all approved compound. To do that, we go to the Power Pivot and we go to Manage, and then Diagram View, and then you will find those two in the data model. So all what we need to do is to connect the product name with the product name. So the relationship is one to many. Okay, so we close this one and then we create the pivot table. Insert pivot table from data model and existing, yes, existing, and then we have the two lists here. These are the two lists in the data model. So this is the small one which has got only the product name. We need this one, and we need everything in this one. Once it comes to approval date, try not to click the box, but right click and send it to the row label. Otherwise, it will automatically go into the column. We don't need to do that. We don't need that. Now, company name and company address. Now we need to check this one against the pivot table, which is based on the all approved compound. To do that is to bring the product description, product name into the value. Okay, now we close this one, and now we go design and remove row header and table, show in tabular form, and then ground off. Okay, now so this is to do the auto fit. So now we got all the things. Now we hide these ones because we got only two compounds, and these are the two compounds, and it is matching. So we can get rid of it by clicking on this one to get rid of the blank space bar and enter. So now we got those two compounds exist. So we need, this is not a problem with one or two compound. You can easily tell that these are they are exist, and they are still exist and accurate and correct. But if you have 10 or 20 or 50 compounds, then you need to see which one is found and which one is not found. To do that, we need to create a formula. This formula based on VLOOKUP equal VLOOKUP Control A, and then we look at this one, and then where to look at this value, we look at it in the product name in this one, which is H. And because the table is only one column, which is HH, now we put 1 and then false, which is the exact value. Then we go OK. You see, it is now showing alloy cleaner and CN50. So it collected this one and it is matching, and put it back here. Just okay. Now if we do, like, for example, if the change in the name, that's why with this technique you have to copy and paste, don't enter it manually into the chemical register. If you put a space between CN and 7, this will not be detected in here. It will show not found. So to check them, data, refresh all. It says not found, or so we go back, we add to the formula. In case that it is wrong, we need to the word not found instead of showing not applicable. So if error, then we need the word not found. We need the word not found. So click. Now we get the word not found. Now we'll do a format to highlight which one is not found. So we go home and conditional format, highlight equal to not found. Not found. Now you can see that it is not found. But if we go back and remove the space, the extra space, and back to the checker, and we do data, refresh all, it shows it is found and it is correct. So this is how, if we add another compound from all compound, like we can clear the filter and we go, for example, from this company, we need this product, Pinoy. Control C, chemical register, and we add it to the chemical register. Always use the value. Now, if we go and check, we go data, refresh, it should bring the third product. Yes. And this is the way that so now we have the full compound name, or the list of all compound registered approved compound, and in here, and you can use the slicers to find, or you can remove all filters, or use this one and use this filter to find the compound that you want, or you can apply it for any of these. This one, the code, also we need to clear it. Yeah. So now there are no fault. Make sure that there are no filter when you are using this method or any filter. So now we got full approved compound. Now our own customized register. We may need to do some formatting for this one, which is first is to wrap into cell format, is alignment and wrap text. This is one. Plus you see we need to make the alignment into the top left. So now with this one we may need to increase the width a little bit to make it look nicer. We make it 40. And we may, yeah. Yeah. Now they are all nicely arranged with full. Now the date, we need to change this into date format, short date. So now It is fully. This is the chemical register that lists all the compound that you are using at your premises. Now there are you can some more data you can which we can call it stats. Rename stats. You want to see how many compound have the same name, so we go insert pivot existing, so product name, and we put the product name here. Now we do design, remove header, tabular, run. Okay, and then we need to see how many. So more sort, we need to click here, and we click here, and we click here. You can see there are compounds have the same names. Nano silver, there are 7 compounds named nano silver. Super curve 5. So that's why when I created the chemical register or the checker, I removed the duplicate because this will conflict with the one-to-many relationship. It will create errors. So this is one. To show more about this one, you can add more to see why they are the same. There must be different in the code. You can see if we collapse entire field and then we click and open this one, you see there are 7, but each one has different code and different use. So this is one, and then we can see some more information or stats on product name, product description. So we can do product description again. We can more options, and then so now we know that there are for lubricant we have about 535 lubricant and so on. Now we can make another one, insert pivot table from data model. Okay, now we need to see what else we can do. Start product description, we did that. Code, yeah, code, and we move the code in here and the close, and then filter and more options and this. And then we can create another pivot, insert pivot. Okay, product description code description is not important, and approval date, which This is the problem when, see, this approval data should come here. Yeah, but now we go and select more options. And we can see how many compounds approved by a given date. Now we can see how many compound per company. Insert pivot table, and okay, company name and company name, and close, and then we go. So Ecolab is the highest one, then chemical solution is the next, and so on. So to make it the name, we just go design, remove header and tabular. So it will take the original label. And the same for this one. And the same for this one. This is already done. So we can expand, collapse entire. So now this is the stats. So reorder the tab, all chemical compound, chemical register, then the checker, then stats. So now we have all the information related to the approved chemical compound in this spreadsheet. Thank you very much.